Good Shepherd, John Jar here, and welcome to this Music Minute. Today's Music Minute is going to be part story and part song. You may not be aware of this, but this summer is the youth gathering for the young people from all around the ELCA. It's going to be in July, it's going to be in New Orleans, and there is still time to sign up. If you know of a young person who would get a lot out of this experience, please have them talk to Dana because this is a really, really remarkable opportunity. This year's gathering is going to be in New Orleans, which is an amazing city in which to visit, and they'll be given opportunities to do service projects and that sort of thing. And I had a chance to go to what we called National Youth Gathering when I was a teenager. Our National Youth Gathering was in San Antonio, Texas. And this is going to give you a little idea of how old I am. So I was a delegate from our synod, Northwestern Minnesota Synod of the ALC, American Lutheran Church, and we were tasked with some voting on some things. We were discussing the wisdom of should the ALC and the LCA and other bodies merge together to form what became the ELCA. I was happy to say that we all thought that that was a great idea. We passed a resolution kind of encouraging our government to seek peaceful ways of resolving conflict. And we, of course, had wonderful experiences visiting the Riverwalk in San Antonio. Worship was amazing. And I will also say that that was the year that Chicken McNuggets came out. And for a week, in the bus on the way there, on the bus on the way back, and for the entire week, I lived on Chicken McNuggets. In fact, to this day, I cannot eat the barbecue sauce because somebody had spilled barbecue sauce in our bus and it was smelly. But one of the experiences that I want to share with you is about a piece of music that I learned. So I came from a very small congregation in a very small town in Minnesota, and we had not yet gotten what was the new hymnal at the time, the green hymnal. We still had the red service book and hymnal from 1958, and so we didn't really sing any of the new hymns that were new in the green hymnal. And so at our closing worship, I was a delegate, as I mentioned, and we were having this procession around the stadium, walking around, and they were singing this new hymn that I'd never heard before. And there was a great big cross made out of cloth laying on the floor of the stadium, and we were walking around this. Well, the hymn that I'd never heard before was Lift High the Cross. And on the last refrain of this hymn, this cloth cross that had been laying on the floor lifted up in the air, and it was awe-inspiring. It was amazing. I think there might have been 20,000 youth singing this hymn, and I just found it really life-changing because I was already involved in music at my small church where I grew up. I was able to bring this hymn back and teach it, and the hymn has kind of taken on a new life, not only in that congregation, but in my family. I think it's a hymn that we have sung at just about every family funeral since then. So the hymn I'm going to share today is Lift High the Cross. And again, if you know of anybody who would have a good experience and maybe have an experience like what I did at Youth Gathering this summer, please have them talk to Dana because it could be life-changing as it was life-changing for me.